Whether you want to take your rig on the road, carry it to the couch, or just save space on your desk, a gaming laptop packs PC performance into a compact, portable form factor. Because people have different needs and budgets, the market is loaded with choices that come with screens ranging from 14 to 18 inches, graphics cards that can handle a variety of resolutions, and prices that start at less than $999 but creep over the $5,000 mark. The best gaming laptops often come with fancy RGB lights, high refresh rate panels, and sometimes even mechanical keyboards. To help you choose the right gaming laptop for you, we test many models each year, benchmarking them in popular games such as Cyberpunk 2077 and Borderlands 3, measuring the color gamut and brightness of their screens, determining battery life, and of course, playing with them. Below, we've listed the best gaming laptops for different sizes, price points, and use cases. For those on a tight gaming budget, we also have dedicated pages for the best gaming laptops under $1,500 and the best gaming laptops under $1,000. We have listed the best gaming laptop 2024, and there are key features you need to consider this to help you choose the best one for you. For more information on the product, as always, I've included a link in the description box down below, which are updated with the best prices on each product. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. Now let's get started. Number 6. Lenovo Legion Pro 7i Intel Lightweight. The Lenovo Legion Pro 7i Gen 9 16, $2,441.49 is tested, challenges many high-end gaming laptops for hundreds less. It doesn't have all the frills of Lenovo's flagship Legion 9 rigs, but it comes close, giving you a premium build and powerful components without hitting the laptop pricing stratosphere. Packing an Intel Core i9-14900HX CPU and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080, driving a 2560 by 1600 pixel screen with 240 Hz refresh rate, it's ready for the most demanding games. For giving 3000 plus portables something to worry about, the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i Gen 9 16 wins our Editor's Choice Award for deluxe gaming laptops. Lenovo doesn't make waves with the Legion Pro 7i Gen 9 design-wise. It looks and feels much like the previous generation, but why mess with a good thing? In fact, you can't mess with much, period, as the company only sells the system in 2 hardware configurations, though there is a choice of Windows 11 Home or Pro. Both versions boast Intel's Core i9-14900HX processor, 32GB of DDR5 5600 memory, 2 1TB NVMe solid-state drives, and the 240Hz 1610 aspect ratio display. While our RTX 4080 review unit is $2,241.49 with Win 11 Home, stepping up to NVIDIA's RTX 4090 brings the price to $2,199.99. Don't confuse the Legion Pro 7i Gen 9 with Lenovo's Legion 7i Gen 9, which has the same CPU and screen but steps down to a GeForce RTX 4070 GPU. Starting at $1,738.49 with 16GB of RAM, it's thinner and lighter, 4.93 pounds versus 6.17, and has a different arrangement of ports, including the Thunderbolt 4 port that this Pro counterpart oddly lacks. Like the Gen 8, the Pro 7i Gen 9 is tanky but well built, presenting a sturdy platform made of aluminum and magnesium. Number 5. Acer Predator Helios Neo Scheissbrecher, Best Value. Acer Predator Helios Neo Scheissbrecher, Best Value. Acer's entry-level Nitro and mid-range Predator Helios lines have long been laptop favorites for gamers on tight budgets, delivering good 3D bang for the buck with solid if unspectacular designs. Wedged between these two series is the Predator Helios Neo line, which sacrifices nice-to-have features like an all-metal design, a mini LED display, mechanical WASD keys, and per-key RGB lighting, while supplying must-have items like a full wattage GPU and bright and fast display. Without many of the features available in the Predator Helios line, the Predator Helios Neo 16 has more in common with the entry-level Nitro 16. The two laptops, in fact, share nearly identical enclosures. The Predator Helios Neo 16 is just a Nitro 16 with an aluminum top cover. Both are excellent RTX 4050-based budget gaming laptops, each priced at $1,200, but the Predator Helios Neo 16 is the better buy with our test systems. In addition to the sturdier lid, it offers faster 3D frame rates. And the Predator Helios Neo 16 becomes a steal when it's on sale. It was recently at Best Buy with a hefty $350 discount, dropping the price to a reasonable $850. We reviewed the entry-level unit, model PHN1671, in the Predator Helios Neo 16 line. It features an Intel Core i5-13500HX CPU, 16GB of RAM, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 graphics, and a 512GB SSD. I'd have a hard time recommending it at its full price, but it's regularly discounted at Best Buy. Higher-end models offer up to a 14th Gen Core i9 CPU and RTX 4060 graphics. Most configurations, including our test model, feature a 16-inch 1610 IPS display with a 1920 Hz 200-pixel resolution and a 165 Hz refresh rate. And there's at least one model with a 2560 1600-pixel 165 Hz display. A 16-inch 165 Hz display powered by RTX 4050 graphics isn't uncommon in a budget gaming laptop, but the Predator Helios Neo 16 is better than most with this setup. Number 4. Alienware M18 Biggest Screen. While it is not the first 18-inch gaming laptop we've reviewed since this XXL size class of machines burst onto the scene at the start of 2023, the Alienware M18 starts at $1,299 or $999, as tested $3,199 $999, is no less a head-turner. Our pricey model lives up to that with an Intel Core i9-013980HX CPU and an NVIDIA RTX 4090 GPU alongside its roomy 18-inch 2560 by 1600 pixel display, and the gaming performance is as competitive as you'd expect. If you're a deep-pocketed enthusiast in the market for a desktop replacement for gaming, you'll enjoy the blazing frame rates and slick design. The Asus ROG Strix Scar 18 is certainly an alternative, but the Alienware M18 takes our Editor's Choice Award for big screen gaming laptops. Meanwhile, the smaller Lenovo Legion Pro 7i Gen 8 remains our top pick for high-end gaming laptops overall. We liked the look of the M18 when we first saw it back at CES 2023, and that remains the case during my time with it. Despite the massive 18-inch frame, it peaks at 1.05 inches thick and tapers to 0.95 inch at the front, which isn't much thicker than smaller laptops. Limiting thickness is admirable, but realistically, it only helps so much when you consider the full size. The M18 measures 1.05 by 16:15 by 12.59 inches, HWD, and weighs 8.9 pounds. The base model starts at 8.5 pounds, and certain component options raise the weight. Even compared with other 18-inchers, the Alienware M18 is heavy. The Razer Blade 18 is the slimmest around at 0.86 by 15.74 by 1083 inches, but it still weighs 6.8 pounds, much lighter but still heavy, while the powerful Asus ROG Strix Scar 18 comes in at 1.21 by 15.71 by 11, 57 inches and 677 pounds. You'll see later in the testing section if the extra heft is worth it in performance. Number 3. MSI Titan 18HX Premium. If cost is no object and you're seeking a desktop-like laptop experience for maximum performance, look no further than the MSI Titan 18HX 5399 as tested. This 18-inch powerhouse packs a fresh Intel 14th Gen Raptor Lake Refresh Core i9HX processor, an RTX 4090 GPU, a whopping 128GB of memory, a 4TB solid-state drive, and a 4K 128Hz mini LED display. Enthusiast gamers are more than covered, meaning this is a machine for demanding media, processing, or data crunching tasks in addition to gaming. Outside of that thin upper slice of the market, the Alienware M18 is a comparatively more approachable 18-inch machine. At the same time, the Editor's Choice Award-holding Lenovo Legion Pro 7i Gen 8 is the best overall value among gaming laptops costing more than $2,000. The Titan, as ever, is a pick for peak power seekers untethered from the budget or space constraints of mere mortals. When you see an 18-inch gaming laptop, it needs little introduction. You can rightly assume it's going for power. That's even more the case for the Titan 18 than others, as the name suggests, pulling no punches in its design or choice of high-end components, as was evident when we first saw this system at a CES 2024 preview. Older big-screen laptops used to go even bigger, so the Titan is perhaps relatively compact versus the behemoths of old, but it's still a beast when put against most modern laptops. Specifically, it measures 1.25 by 15.9 by 12 inches and weighs 7.93 pounds, a reasonable footprint for an 18-inch system, but sparing little concern for weight. Number 2. Razer Blade 16 High Performance. As one of the newer additions to its line, with 16-inch systems still fresh, Razer's second Blade 16 laptop is all about sharpening the edges. The 2024 Blade 16 starts at $2,999, $4,199 as tested. Sees updates this year led by advanced display options and Intel's 14th generation Raptor Lake Refresh processors. Our hyper-expensive model contains a 240Hz OLED screen, a dream for gamers. With fast refresh OLED only just hitting the laptop market, a Core i9 CPU, and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 GPU alongside heaps of memory and storage. The best-in-class metal build remains, adding to the cost with supporting high-end features. If you can afford this object of envy, you'll be content on all fronts. It's blazing fast, but still not the leader in speed, where the 16-inch Lenovo Legion 9i Gen 8 and larger Asus ROG Strix Scar 18 reign, while the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i Gen 8 remains our editor's choice pick as the best overall deal in high-end gaming laptops. The general blade design has not changed significantly over the years. It's somewhat trite to say if you've seen one before, you know what to expect here, but it's also still true. The screen sizes occasionally change with industry trends. As mentioned, the 2023 Blade 16 was the first at this size, but the style and design features remain the same. That's not a negative. These are among the most premium-feeling Windows laptops, from the metal build and sleek shape to the best-in-class touchpad. More than anything, that just means we don't have much new to explain or comment on where the design is concerned. But it's still easy to appreciate. The display has super slim bezels, the metal chassis feels high quality, and the touchpad is enormous and responsive. It's clear in handling the laptop that, in addition to the components, much of the high price goes into the design and build, which is what you want out of a luxury buy. Number 1. Asus ROG Strix Scar 16, best 2024 model. The Asus ROG Strix Scar 16 2024 is an iterative upgrade over last year's model, now featuring the Core i9-14900HX and a 175W RTX 4080 laptop GPU. The Scar 16 continues to uphold Asus's peak gaming performance tradition. However, it comes with a few caveats and faces an equally performant competition that vie for your hard-earned cash. Asus has upgraded its entire laptop lineup at CES 2024. Among the 2024 gaming variants, we've reviewed the ROG Zephyrus G14, ROG Zephyrus G16, and ROG Strix Scar 18 so far. Today we take a look at the new ROG Strix Scar 16. The ROG Strix Scar 16 is aimed at the upper echelon gaming crowd and has the necessary hardware to boot. Our test device is based on the Intel Core i9-14900HX Raptor Lake HX processor, complemented by a 175W NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 laptop GPU. Other drool-worthy specs include 32GB DDR5, 5600 RAM, a 2TB NVMe SSD, and a QHD plus 240Hz mini LED G-Sync display that together have no qualms in putting a RS2 89990 × 3473 hole in your wallet. This year's ROG Strix Scar 16 sports a familiar design language as we have seen before with the 2022 Scar 15, but is now 350° heavier, tipping the scales at 2.65 kg. The chassis doesn't flex despite being a plastic construction. The aluminum lid with a matte finish seemed quite sturdy as well with stable hinges. The lid can be opened with a single finger without the laptop sliding on the desk, which is further prevented by the rubberized base. Keen watchers of the Scar series will notice that the keyboard deck no longer sports the white diagonal stripe with the ROG logo. The upper portion of the keyboard deck remains translucent as before, offering a sneak peek into the internals underneath. However, Asus has done little to make the deck fingerprint and grease resistant.